The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
My concern is that corporations, their goal is to continually make more money. Every year they'd like to make more money than the last. This year for the pharmaceutical companies, it's been an insanely profitable year because of the vaccines. I have a real concern, I wonder if you share this concern, that they're going to try to continue to make the same amount of money. And the best way to do that is to continue to encourage people to be vaccinated and to create new vaccines, even if they're not necessarily the right thing to do.
If it's about making money, I'd almost prefer the vaccines get full FDA approval. You know, none of the vaccines are FDA approved.
Right.
Even Pfizer's not FDA approved. That was a false talking point. Pfizer has a continuation of the EUA. BioNTech, which is not in the United States, got a biological licensing agreement. That still means they have to do a lot to get approved. They have to actually have a approved package insert. They have to commit to post-marketing studies on myocarditis. They have to give safety warnings on pregnancy. They're not there yet. So no product is approved in the United States. They're all emergency use authorized. Everybody needs to know that. Another false talking point, that Pfizer was approved on August 23rd, went all the way up to the President of the United States. Since when in history do we have false talking points issued out of FDA meetings that go up to the President of the United States? So they're not approved. Listen, everybody's entitled to make some money. What seems unfair about this? What seems unfair about this is the government paid for the development costs. The government pre-purchased the products, even before they knew it was going to work or not work. And
wait. What the fuck is he talking about? No, it's not Dave's Hot Chicken. Oh. You need to go back? It's worth it? Okay, sorry. I was grabbing my...
This year for the pharmaceutical companies, it's been an insanely profitable year because of the vaccines. I have a real concern, I wonder if you share this concern, that they're going to try to continue to make the same amount of money. And the best way to do that is to continue to encourage people to be vaccinated and to create new vaccines, even if they're not necessarily the right thing to do.
if it's about making money, I'd almost prefer the vaccines get full FDA approval. You know, none of the vaccines are FDA approved.
Right.
Even Pfizer's not FDA approved.
That's literally not true. Is this from is this a recent video, chat? Or is this like an older video or something because they haven't been approved yet? Because if this is a recent video, then he's just straight up fucking an idiot, dude. It literally is approved. Not only is it, no, it's from 4 days ago. Okay, first of all, vaccines did get fucking approval. Okay, full-blown approval. And before that, they had emergency authorization. How many times have we talked about this? Okay. Hold on. Let's watch the rest of it.
A false talking point. Pfizer has a continuation of the EUA. BioNTech, which is not in the United States, got a biological licensing agreement. That still means they have to do a lot to get approved. They have to actually have a approved package insert. They have to commit to post-marketing studies on myocarditis. They have to give safety warnings on pregnancy. They're not there yet. So no product is approved in the United States. They're all emergency.
Wait, that's not true. What the fuck is he talking about? Also, the question you should always ask anti-vaxxers is this, okay? Whenever they talk about the approval and emergency use authorization, ask them how many companies were involved in the Operation Warp Speed, okay? And then ask them why they only know about Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and also fucking AstraZeneca and Moderna. Out of all of the pharmaceutical corporations that got money from the government, why is it that they're fucking crying about 4? What happened? Did the other guys not actually make vaccines? Did other guys not make vaccines or try to make vaccines after getting the money from the government? No, they did. Of course they tried. Do you want to know why no one talks about that? Because their vaccines fucking failed. Pfizer was not a part of Warp Speed either, but you know what I mean. There were 100 or even fucking more internationally publicly funded research facilities and pharmaceutical corporations that were looking to create a fucking vaccine. The only reason why we talk about Pfizer and all these other ones is because they were the ones that actually made a viable vaccine. That's what the emergency use authorization is. The only difference between the emergency use authorization and like regular authorization is that they started mass producing while simultaneously testing, okay? That's what the emergency use authorization is. And as a matter of fact, even if there was an instance where there were adverse effects of a vaccine, like the one that like Johnson & Johnson potentially had, or like AstraZeneca potentially had, okay? If there were any adverse side effects, what did the governments do? Well, let me tell you, we know what the governments did. We were there. They stopped distributing Johnson & Johnson until they figured out whether or not there was any proof or any serious correlation between Johnson & Johnson vaccines and myocarditis. Okay? If that was not the case, they would have never stopped distributing Johnson & Johnson vaccines, and they would have just said, suck it the fuck up. Okay? Dumbass.
Approved on August 23rd, went all the way up to the President of the United States. Since when in history do we have false talking points issued out of FDA meetings that go up to the President of the United States? So they're not approved. Listen, everybody's entitled to make some money. What seems unfair about this? What seems unfair about this is the government paid for the development costs. The government pre-purchased the products, even before they knew it was going to work or not work. And we know that with a new pharmaceutical company, a new product that was developed by a pharmaceutical company, whether it's a new company or existing company, we know a benchmark for a blockbuster drug would be $1 billion of sales in its first year. That's a benchmark. And typically half.
I love that the anti-big pharma guy is also subscribing to like the most capitalist big pharma way of defending pharmaceutical corporations or using benchmarks for pharmaceutical corporations in the form of like how many drugs they can fucking sell. Search this guy on Google. He's literally being sued by the hospital he worked at, Lama Fayao. He's just doing full grift shit. Omegalol, he's pushing multi-drug therapy against vaccination, basically ivermectin and stuff. Oh. Baylor Health sues COVID-19 vaccine skeptic and demands Dallas doctors to stop using his name. Stop using its name, sorry. Hey, by the way, FDA approves first COVID-19 vaccine all the way back in August 23rd. So this motherfucker, what happened? Is he too old? Did he didn't recognize that had already changed? Or what's up?
For that $1 billion is spent on the sales force. There's a investment of billions of dollars in R&D. Do you know with the vaccines that Pfizer in his first year hit $33 billion? And now I think next year, $36 billion. No development costs. The government, no sales force, because they don't have to sell the vaccine. They are just the suppliers.
By the way, for the record, this idiot goes, yeah, keep trusting the FDA. No, dude, you're right. You're right. We should not trust any government resources. Make some fucking bathtub ivermectin, and you'll be fine. So, if he was in the UK, would he get his doctorate revoked? Yes. He's a hydroxychloroquine doctor. He's like one of those association. Dr. Peter McCullough is a member of the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, which is like the conservative political advocacy group that promotes blatantly false information. The association's Journal of American Physicians and Surgeons, have published the following articles and commentaries that claim that human activity has not contributed to climate change and that global warming will be beneficial and thus is not a cause for concern. Wow. Interesting. The HIV does not cause AIDS. The gay male lifestyle shortens life expectancy by 20 years. That there is a link between abortion and the risk of breast cancer. That there are possible links between autism and vaccinations. The government efforts to encourage... Dude, I hate this country. I'm serious. I hate America when I see stuff like this. These people should not be fucking publishing these medical journals. They should be on a fucking ship being exiled to like Australia or something, okay? Under treacherous conditions. We should be purging these motherfuckers to Siberia, okay? We should be literally making them walk from whatever bumfuck conservative think tank that they're operating out of in DC or whatever, walk, like do a death march to fucking Alaska, okay? Straight up. Law literal psycho. People that abuse their fucking their position of authority undermine the sanctity or lack thereof now, but like they completely destroy the fucking reason why we have legitimate institutions overall, okay? I am disgusted by these people. I despise them. I want them punished. Straight the fuck up. Okay? Dr. Peter McCullough's membership within such an unscientific and blatantly political organization raises some troubling questions. If he's okay with being involved in an organization that makes the above listed claims, what else is he okay with? Check articles maybe. Why believe OP blindly? I'm not believing OP blindly. I already am familiar with the American Physicians and Surgeons. They're one of the many fucking psychotic. They're one of the many psychotic fucking groups formed by conservative think tanks that utilize people in positions of authority and knowledge to fucking pump out all manner of different conservative agitprop. How much do you identify with bitter old communists? Okay, well, no Disco Elysium spoilers.
To the government program.
Is that a dangerous relationship?
What's dangerous is not fair balance. If we had FDA-approved products, you see them on TV. When's the last time you saw a drug commercial? Let's say you have a drug that's for psoriasis. Oh, my psoriasis is cleared up. Remember the people diving in a pool and they don't have any psoriasis. They have beautiful skin. They're happy and they're dancing. Okay, you take a psoriasis drug, Joe. It says, warning, may cause tuberculosis. Get a TB test, warning. There's fair balance. That's the U.S. Drug and Cosmetic Act. That's the Landman Act. We actually...
Oh, remember pogroms? Not sure death march is the right idea. What are you, fucking anti-punishment? What are you, like an abolish fucking the concept of punishment type dude? Shut the fuck up. Pogroms were bad because they were conducted on people on immutable characteristics. This guy has every right to not fucking abuse his authority. Okay? That's the only instance where, like, if white people in a fucking psychotic situation where we were living in reverse world were marching to their deaths, that's the one time when I would be like, yeah, we can't do that. Also, it's a joke. I don't mean that seriously. Walter Reed scientists expect to announce that they have developed a vaccine that protects people from COVID-19 and all of its variants, even Omicron. What? Death March is not a good policy? Okay, polymism then. Grinder. We throw them into the fucking meat grinder. Anyway. Yeah, grinder is in like they have they go on an application and find hot young twinks, come hungry power bottoms. That's a good punishment. I'm just kidding. All right, let's keep going.
Actually have the Truth in Advertising Act. There must be fair balance. Every product has a risk and a benefit. Every product has a risk and benefit. We can never propose a product to anybody in the United States without fair balance. You mentioned myocarditis, and I have to tell you, since you had him on the show, and since we're both graduates of the University of Michigan, which, by the way, is, I think it's one of the better places in the United States. He went to medical school there. I went to graduate school there. I went to UT Southwestern. I finished top of my class. I'm Alpha Omega Alpha. The doctors who are in the NOAA how to treat COVID-19 were no chump change. I went to the University of Washington in Seattle, top medicine residency program in the United States. I'm the most published person in my field in world and history. I have 51 publications in COVID-19. I have U.S. Senate testimony. A judge just relied on my testimony to overturn the entire mandates for the whole country. I'm telling you, when
I wonder how that happened. Maybe you were a part of a network of fucking conservative psychos that mobilize you on behalf of their own personal material interest. God, Joe Rogan is such a fucking dildo that he heard all of this and didn't even go, wow. I'm surprised you could get words out after sucking your own cock this hard. Also, the motherfucker started off the conversation by saying, before he did the Navy SEALs copy pasta, the motherfucker started off the conversation by saying the FDA approval is fake. That's a conversation ender, okay? That's not a starter. You say that in the end of the conversation so you can fucking lie and build at least some level of familiarity before you drop such a fucking easily destroyable argument.
I had an interview with Tucker Carlson. He started getting worked up. He looked at the monitor. He goes, if you don't know who this doctor is, why don't you look at him? He goes, he has authority. And he's right. I do have authority, Joe. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because what's going on here is that we have a situation where we have people in positions of authority. The person you had on here in a position of authority was Sanjay Gupta. And I'm going to pick on him a little bit because Sanjay Gupta came on Sesame Street, and I want to show the graphic if I don't have it. He came on Sesame Street, and I
want to fucking video game myself in a video game. Mr. Serious Doctor going on Joe Rogan and talk about serious doctor shit like Sanjay Gupta going on Sesame Street.
Did is with another CNN correspondent, he was actually seducing children into taking the vaccine.
Yeah, I saw that. It's very disturbing.
He was seducing children into taking the vaccine? Oh my God. Bro, this is straight up, Joe Rogan is worse than Fox News right now. This is fucking, this is too much. This freak saying he's seducing children to take the vaccine is InfoWars shit. Okay? We've moved beyond Fox News shit. We've moved into InfoWars shit.
Okay? Seducing. I am telling you, no good doctor would do that because there must be risks and benefits. Did he tell the kids and the parents there's FDA warnings that this can cause heart inflammation? Did the other CNN correspondent, who's a mother, did she even show an ounce of concern? What Scott Atlas uses in his book, Joe's, the term he uses is off the rails. We're off the rails. People in positions of authority are doing bad things, trying to seduce children into taking a vaccine that has official FDA warnings on it without giving fair balance. That's malfeasance. That's wrongdoing by people in position of authority. There should never be an official on TV that says the vaccines are safe and effective, take them. Listen, they have to be proven.
What the fuck is he saying, bro? There should never be a medical authority that goes on television and says vaccines are safe and effective, take them. Oh, that's... Why is this the Jordan Peterson of being anti-vax? I love this guy.
Show us the safety and show us the efficacy and let people make a choice. One cannot conclude that they're safe and effective without showing any data. I would never do that. If you go back to, this is Sanjay Gupta and the CNN correspondent.
Yeah, I've seen it.
There was no fair balance there. I got nauseated when I saw that.
It's just bizarre that he would do that. I don't understand it.
Well, remember, he parroted a talking point that our head of the National Allergy and Immunology branch parroted. They said that there was no data for ivermectin.
The funniest thing is, like, did this guy not know how people get the vaccine? Like, they fucking ask you a bunch of different questions. They monitor you after you get the vaccine to make sure that you don't have any, like, adverse side effects. You don't just, like, roll up and you're like, jab me up, baby. No Jerry clips on YouTube for this. He would get a strike for misinfo. Did Joe go full right wing when he stopped smoking weed on the pod? Yeah, this is just fucking crazy. I mean, this is really, really, really scary shit. So many fucking dummies that already are dumb as fuck. He knows is 100% vax. This is clout hunting with the Republicans.
They said it was a horse dewormer. Now, either they knew or they should have.
Wait, what the fuck? It literally is, though. That's the most common application for it. Unless we have a serious problem with, like, fucking river blindness. Pretty sure ivermectin can be used for humans, but, like, most common application of ivermectin in this country is horse-based. Horse dewormer. And also, a lot of people couldn't get ivermectin, so they actually were using horse dewormer.
Would have known the 63 supportive studies and of the over 30 randomized trials. Hey, that's a court of law. Either you knew or you should have known. A person in a position of authority either knew or should have known. Scott Atlas says they're incompetent. They don't know. That's what he says. Bring him on. He'll tell you. He thinks they're incompetent. I'm not so sure. It's either they knew or they should have known. Either one of those is good. Either he knows or he should have known. Either one is not good. Which one is it?
Right.
Ask him. Ask him. Give him a call. Which one is it? Do you know about the myocarditis risks? Or should you know?
He most certainly knows because I showed it to him on the show. I mean, that was a weird moment on the show, in fact, because he was trying to look at the results and spin it the other way.
Oh, come on, bro. This is it? I need more. This is it? I'm helping my company choose a group of insurance plan employees. You know what's in the best network insurance? Wait, company in SoCal for families? What are you fucking? What is this? The hotline for covered California, bro? What the fuck do you mean? These grifters are much more culpable, but officials have also been seeding distrust. Fauci told the New York Times he'd also been lying about how many people will get vaccinated to reach herd immunity, moving from 60 to 90%. Yeah. I am an advocate for fucking firing Anthony Fauci or moving someone else into that position. You know this already. I've said it. Those pieces of shit will remain in history as some of the few heads of anti-vaxxing in our modern age. Gupta said more people would seriously get ill from not getting the vaccine. I mean, he's right. Oh, this was wonderful. Unvaccinated Marjorie Taylor Greene owns stock in 3 vaccine companies, by the way. That's right, baby. Woo! At least she's like shitting on her own fucking supply, you know? I mean, she knows that it's unshakable. It's not like her words are actually going to fucking hurt the vaccine or the pharmaceutical corporations, but still. This doctor is asking people to give him $2 million to protect free speech. Are you fucking kidding me? Help Dr. Peter McCullough with legal IT travel costs. $2 million? Someone gave $1,000? Dude, you deserve to be robbed blind. If you give this man any fucking money, if you've given this man any money and people have given $65,000 so far, you deserve to be fucking robbed, dude. You deserve to be robbed of every single fucking dollar you've ever had. You clearly do not have a problem with parting ways with it for idiotic, nonsensical bullshit. Okay? Sorry, Brad. You got absolutely destroyed. Dumbass. Prayer request. You gotta watch this Bernie Elon Musk cut on GRE. Wait, what? What is this from?
I'm not a regular smoker of weed.
This is a great cigarette. It'll improve your health.
I mean, it's legal, right?
I don't care about this. Joe Rogan subreddit is turned into boomer Facebook memes. I thought the sub should especially see this. Stop taking medical advice from Joe Rogan. When do family members of people who die from listening to these grifters get to sue for wrongful death? Why? How? You do realize that, like, those family members also don't believe in the existence of COVID and fucking are anti-vaxxers themselves in many circumstances. So why the fuck would they ever sue Joe Rogan when they are also, they believe Joe Rogan unconditionally? Dude, I have such a headache. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But did you see this shit when you can't shut up so they cut your mic? Oh my God, there was so much content from this. Okay, we got to watch some of this shit.
Censor yourself. When you feel ever censor